As more and more states across America have legalized marijuana, either for medicinal or recreational use, one of their chief opponents this whole time has been the beer industry, running ads against them, donating to efforts to make them lose. And so it seems that they believe that increased availability of marijuana will hurt beer sales. And it turns out they might have been onto something, because we've got a new study by, admittedly, the Cannabis Consumer Group, but they did a survey of 40,000 Americans last year, and here are the results. 27% of beer consumers are legally purchasing cannabis instead of beer, or suggested they would purchase it instead if it were legalized in their states. That's a quarter of their business potentially could go away if legalization proceeds as it has been. About 24.6 million Americans legally purchased pot in the US last year. That's an amazing stat there, considering that in the vast majority of states it's still not available. And they also estimate that if marijuana were legalized nationally, the beer industry would lose more than $2 billion a year in retail sales. The group anticipates the cannabis industry will take just over 7% of the beer industry's market. And that 7% is billions of market.
That's fantastic news. I can't wait to see this. We're gonna play that commercial.
Yeah, so you tracked down.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. As you said, they saw this coming. This was in the previous election. I think it was the last election cycle. It's one of my favorite ads. So this apparently was backed by, I'm not sure what it's called, the alcohol lobby. The big alcohol corporations come together. So they lobby together, put together some ads. This is specifically for Massachusetts proposition to legalize marijuana, or at least legalize these dispensaries to be available and, like, I guess, not hide in the shadows. I love this ad. Let's watch it real fast.
Question 4 would allow thousands of pot shops and marijuana operators throughout Massachusetts, in neighborhoods like yours. Shops that sell pot edibles that look like candy and high-potency marijuana. In pro-pot states, incidents of drugged driving and fatal car accidents are up. More pot shops than McDonald's and Starbucks combined. Higher potency, dangerous drivers. It's the reason health professionals are urging you to vote no on 4.
That was a subtle ad. I don't know which side they're on. So here's what I love. The kid comes out at the end, and they're like, he didn't just go to get, like, you know, a cartridge or something like that. He's smoking, he's got weed, he's got a bong. I think this is his first day with marijuana. He's just going crazy. Like, when I start a new sport, I just buy all the equipment. I don't think he has a problem yet.
Kevin, that's where all of your after school money's going to?
Yeah. Kevin. Wait, teenagers are going to abuse a substance now? Holy shit, game changer. This country will never be the same.
Kevin, why are you drinking? Why don't you drink more? Why are you smoking pot? We have booze at our house. We have it at the grocery store. When we go to dinner, we have booze. We have booze all the time, and still you're smoking pot.
You can go to a 7-Eleven and get liquor in a lot of places.
We go to the Dodger game, there's beer. We have beer everywhere we go. To go to a Lakers game, a Dodger game, a Rams game. What do you want? We go to college football, we have beer. We have beer all the time. They sponsor it. What is wrong? And you're still smoking a drug that's not as harmful.
But you might not be surprised that they have these crazy beliefs when the new attorney general says that routine use of marijuana is, quote, only slightly less bad than being a heroin addict.
And I will say marijuana is a gateway drug, a gateway to good times. Right.
Let's get that ad to play before the election.
So this is something. It's again, that ad is amazing. The father wasn't there. I wonder where he was. She's taking her daughter to the candy store, the toy box next door to the dispensary, because, you know, if you take your, I guess the kid was maybe 8, 9, the little girl. If you take her to the toy box, which will never be next door to a dispensary, because ever, and in that random little city where it is, oh, you're just gonna let your 9-year-old run across the street to the pot shop and be like, oh, mom, I'm just gonna go in here with all my money and buy all of these.
And my license.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy all this stuff. It skips so many instances of reality.
Yes.
That you, in order to believe it, you have to live in that cartoon. Of
yes, that is a cartoon. Yes, that's right.
It's reefer madness.
And it's like, oh, she can just go over there and buy the, look, it looks like a cookie. And she just, first of all, that's not how, they don't put them in the fucking window.
It's not the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
That's not.
And she can't buy it.
And she can't buy it.
It's not legal.
It's just like booze. She can't buy booze. You know when you take her to the grocery store and there's booze in the grocery, you can't, honey, get away, oh my God, she almost bought a 6-pack of Budweiser.
Yeah.
And you know what she's gonna do? If she tastes it, she's gonna go, oh my God,
This is the worst cookie I ever had in my life.
Yeah, this is really bad.
Why does it taste like they burned it in the inside?
And so she sees there's pot that looks like cookies and candy now. And so she's scared for her daughter's life. Here's the thing, marijuana doesn't kill you. You know what eventually does kill a lot of Americans? Cookies and candy, okay? Routine sugar use leads to obesity, heart problems, lots of problems connected with the bad food that we eat in America.
There were police
Care
cars,
more about that.
There were police cars racing back and forth in front of her when she was about to go into that pot shop.
Yeah,
so you know, once that happens, I thought we liked police presence. They protect us. What's the whole fear about police? Hey, I love police. They're out to protect me. Why are we scared when we see them racing by to get those bad people?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay, yeah, that's what if a drug dealer makes a commercial, that's what it looks like. That's what drug dealers, they're all full of shit, trying to scare the shit out of you. And that's what buy our drug, buy other drugs, no good. That other drug, our drug's good, drink it up.
But what did we say, 7% of their sales went down?
That's what cannabis thinks it will do.
It gets 7%. If I'm making so much money as an industry that I lose 7% of it, and I'm losing $1.3 billion
out of over 100 billion.
Think about the other 93% of what you're keeping.
Oh, do the math.
Calm down.
Podcast the Young Turks anytime you want. tytnetwork.com/join.
I think it's weird.
No, it's not weird. In fact, you'll think,
I'm like a smart person.
do it now. tytnetwork.com/join.